Hi students, this is A. Srinivas, lecturer in physics, Vignan Junior College, Vadlamudi. Students, we are discussing moving charges and magnetism chapter from last 5 to 6 sessions. In this session, we are going to discuss the problems of moving coil galvanometer and conversion of moving coil galvanometer to ammeter and torque. So moving coil galvanometer is a very important topic, especially in JEE main examinations. In every year, we are observing repeated questions on this topic. In this moving charges and magnetism chapter, in this session, we are going to discuss the very important problems belongs to torque acting on the current carrying coil, moving coil galvanometer, and conversion of moving coil galvanometer to ammeter and moving coil galvanometer to voltmeter. A student comes to the first problem. A galvanometer having a coil of resistance 100 ohm gives full scale deflection for a current of 1 milliampere passing through it. The value of resistance connected to it to convert galvanometer into ammeter giving a full scale deflection for a current of 10 amperes. The given data is the resistance of galvanometer. Let G be the resistance of galvanometer, that is equal to 100 ohms. This is the first one. And current passing through galvanometer, maximum deflecting current. Galvanometer has maximum deflection, maximum possible current is 1 milliampere, which is equal to 10 power minus 3 amperes. Then to have a maximum current measured by the ammeter, this galvanometer should be converted into ammeter to measure a current of 10 ampere. This 1 milliampere measuring galvanometer should be converted to an ammeter to measure a current of 10 amperes. Then what is the resistance connected? The resistance must be connected in parallel, that is also known as the shunt resistance. We know that if we have a galvanometer with resistance Z and maximum current that passes through the galvanometer, that is maximum deflecting current through galvanometer IZ, then we convert the galvanometer to ammeter. We convert this galvanometer to ammeter by connecting a small resistance in parallel to it. That resistance is also known as the shunt resistance, and we have to find out the shunt resistance. We have a direct formula for shunt resistance. We discussed this concept already in conceptual explanation. The shunt resistance is given by S is equal to Z divided by I by S is equal to Z divided by I by IZ minus 1. S is equal to Z by I by IZ minus 1. So comes to the calculation. Therefore, S is equal to, I have to find S value. S is equal to, Z value is 100 ohms, 100. G value is 100 ohms divided by I by IZ. I is 10 amperes whole divided by I by IZ is equal to 10 power minus 3 minus 1. This is equal to 100 divided by 10 power 4 minus 1. Approximately 10 power 4 minus 1 approximately equal to, here we are considering the approximation value of denominator, that is 10 power 4. So 100 by 10 power 4, that is equal to 10 power minus 2, which is equal to 0.015 SI unit of resistance is ohm, 0.01 ohm. Hence, first option is correct among the given options. First option is correct. Students, comes to the next problem in moving coil galvanometer. To know the resistance G of a galvanometer by half deflection method, a battery of EMF E and resistance R is used to detect the galvanometer by an angle, deflect the galvanometer by angle Q. If a shunt of resistance S is needed to get the half deflection, then G, R and S are related by the equation. So half deflection method is the very important method. It is an experimental method to find out the resistance of galvanometer. Here let us draw a circuit equivalent to given data. Let us consider a battery. Let this be a battery of EMF E, and it is connected in series with resistor R. R is the series resistor. Then it is connected to the galvanometer of resistance G. This is the first situation. Okay. For this, current passing through it is I. I is equal to E by Ohm's law, R plus Z. Current passing through it in this situation is I. I is equal to E by R plus Z, and let it be equal to K theta, where theta is deflection. If you assume theta is deflection, I is equal to K theta. Next, to have half deflection in galvanometer, a shunt resistance is given to galvanometer. Means that is parallel to galvanometer, we connect a parallel resistance is connected to the galvanometer to have half deflection. Now the deflection becomes theta by 2, and this is the circuit in the second condition. In second condition, circuit is like this. Then current passing is, in this case, is I dash, which is equal to E by EMF of the battery by R is in series with effective resistance of G and S. So R plus G and S are parallel, that is GS by G plus S. In second case, the current is I dash, that is equal to E by R plus GS by G plus S. This current gives a half deflection galvanometer, theta by 2. If theta is the actual deflection, now by the connection of a parallel resistance S to the galvanometer, deflection reduces to half value. Then I dash is equal to K into theta by 2. So in this second equation, we have second equation. In the second equation, we replace K theta by the first equation. We replace K theta by the first equation, that is E by R plus Z, and we cancel E and we simplify it. On simplifying this equation, this is known as the half deflection method analysis. By simplifying this equation, we find the galvanometer resistance is equal to R into S by R minus S. Remember, students, while solving the problem, no need of deriving the total thing, what I explained so far. Directly you can use in JEE main, directly, all these are previous JEE main questions given in the galvanometer topic. Here directly you can use this formula, use it directly. In half deflection method, galvanometer resistance is calculated by a direct formula given by Z is equal to R into S by R minus S. From this, on cross multiplying, we find G into R. Here we find G into R minus GS is equal to cross multiplying RS. So that we get G into R. Here comparing options, Rg is on one side, G into R is equal to on RHS minus Gs plus Rs, S common, S into R plus G. In second option we have this equation. So second option is correct. So to have some information for you, to make you perfect about this concept, I explained all these things. But in exam point of view, if you have the problem of half deflection method of moving coil galvanometer converts to ammeter, directly you use this formula. You start the problem from this formula. The galvanometer resistance in half deflection method is R is the series resistor for battery, then R into S by R minus S. And so that on cross multiplying we get GR minus GS is equal to RS. Then GR is equal to S into R plus Z. This is the given answer. In second option we have this value. Students, comes to next problem. A galvanometer with its coil of resistance 25 ohm. So resistance of the galvanometer, capital G, resistance of galvanometer is capital G, that is equal to 25 ohm. Required a current of 1 milliampere, requires a current. So Iz is equal to 1 milliampere means 10 power minus 3 ampere, requires a current of 1 milliampere. In order to construct an ammeter with the help of this galvanometer, and which has the full scale deflection, maximum current 10 power minus 3 ampere, in order to convert this galvanometer to ammeter, to read up to a current of 2 amperes, so we have to construct a ammeter, prepare a ammeter which measures a current of 2 amperes. The approximate value of shunt resistance is, as we are discussing the conversion of moving coil galvanometer to ammeter. So I already in previous problems of this discussion, I explained about shunt resistance. I drawn a circuit and explained about shunt resistance. So the direct formula for the shunt resistance is S is equal to G divided by I by Iz minus 1, direct formula. You can directly use it. This is a previous JEE main question. Students, if you have some concept, a simple idea about conversion of moving coil galvanometer to ammeter, we may solve so many problems. So important model. Therefore, S is equal to G value is 25 ohm whole divided by I by Iz, 2 by 10 power minus 3 means 2000. 2 by 10 power minus 3. Directly I write that value as 2000 minus 1. Here we consider approximation. So this is approximately equal to 25 by 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. So that is 12.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. That's value is equal to 1.25 into 10 power minus 2 ohms. So second option is correct here. Very direct problem. Resistance of galvanometer and maximum deflection current of galvanometer, and it should convert to ammeter range of 2 ampere. Then what is shunt resistance? Direct formula is G by I by Iz minus 1. Students, comes to the next problem. This is a problem belongs to the half deflection method. Already we explained a derivation for half deflection method, but it is a numerical on the basis of half deflection method. So in recent years, half deflection method problems are given frequently. So let us comes to this problem, belongs to half deflection method. In a circuit for finding the resistance of galvanometer by half deflection method, a 5 volt, a 6 volt battery and a high resistance of 11 kilo ohm are used. So here we have a circuit. Let us assume a circuit. This is the battery and resistance is connected in series to the battery. Here the battery value is given by E is the EMF of battery let it be equal to 6 volts. And resistance of the series resistor is 11 kilo ohm, 11 into 10 power 3 ohm, 11 into 10 power 3 ohm, series resistor. Here we have a galvanometer in series with it generally. This is the primary circuit, the galvanometer of resistance Z. Now, first of all, to find the galvanometer resistance, the data is given. Figure of merit of the galvanometer is 60 microampere per division. Figure of merit is 60 microamperes per division. So the galvanometer shows 60 microampere for each division. Okay, that is figure of merit. In the absence of shunt resistance, as shown in this diagram, there is no shunt resistance in this diagram. It is simply a galvanometer, so far not converted to ammeter. So when there is no shunt resistance, the galvanometer produces a deflection of 9 divisions. Therefore, the current calculated by it is given by IZ, current calculated by the galvanometer. IZ is equal to current corresponding to 9 divisions. So 9 into 60 microampere. Each division is measuring 60 microampere. From figure of merit data, we understood for each division it measures 60 microamperes. Now in this circuit, the galvanometer shows 9 divisions. So current passing through galvanometer is 9 divisions, means 9 into each division reading 60 microampere. 9 into 60 microampere. So that is 9 into 60 into 10 power minus 6 amperes is IZ value. Okay. When the current flows in the circuit, the value of shunt resistance that can produces off deflection. So what parallel resistance is connected? Yes, we have to find S value. What is the shunt resistance to have off deflection? First of all, we calculate G value. In the absence of, if you assume there is no shunt resistance, let us assume it is R and G are purely in series with battery, then we write IZ is equal to E by R plus Z when only R and G are present in galvanometer in the circuit. IZ is equal to E by R plus Z. Then we write R plus Z is equal to E by IZ, or G is equal to E by IZ minus R. Simplifying the above equation, we find galvanometer resistance is E by IZ minus R. The value of E is 6 volts and IZ 9 into 6 into 10 power minus 5. I rearrange this term. 9 into 60 into 10 power minus 6 written as 9 into 6 into 10 power minus 5 minus R value is 11 into 10 power 3 ohms. Okay. 6 get cancelled. We write this one as G is equal to 6 cancels and shift 10 power minus 5 to numerator, it becomes 10 power 5. It is split as 100 into 10 power 3 by 9. 100 into 10 power 3 means 10 power 5 by 9 minus 11 into 10 power 3. So this is equal to, this is 11.111 and so on, 100 by 9 into 10 power 3 minus 11 into 10 power 3. It becomes 10 power 3 common, 11.11 minus 11 means 0.311 or 1 and 1 and so on into 10 power 3. So it is equal to 111.11 and so on. Any number of ones comes in this division. 111.11 ohm This is G value. We calculate G value. Actually, we have to find S value. Already in previous part of explanation, already I clearly explained about half deflection method. So according to it, I gave a formula for you. In half deflection method, G is equal to R into S by R minus S. Here we have to find S value. And cross multiplying, GR minus GS is equal to RS. Then GR is equal to S into R plus Z. Then S value, from this we find S is equal to, here we write S value now, S is equal to GR by R plus Z. We have the values of G and R now. G value is 111.11 into R value 11 into 10 power 3 divided by R plus G. So R value is this 11 into 10 power 3 and G value is 0.111. So 11.111 into 10 power 3 R plus G value. So 10 power 3 get cancelled. 111.11 into 11 by 11.11. So approximately equal to 110 ohms is the value of S. Approximately the value becomes 110 ohms. This is we discussed 4 problems so far. So this is a different problem in numericals, belongs to half deflection method. Students, comes to next problem. So in our part of discussion of the problems belongs to moving coil galvanometer in previous JEE main examinations. The discussion problems mainly belongs to conversion of moving coil galvanometer to ammeter. Now this is the problem. The present problem is, the problem belongs to conversion of moving coil galvanometer to voltmeter. So let us look into the data. When a current of 5 milliampere, so given data is the current IZ is equal to 5 milliamperes, 5 into 10 power minus 3 ampere. Current of 5 milliampere is passed through a galvanometer having a coil of resistance. Resistance of galvanometer is G. Resistance of galvanometer is denoted with the letter G, that is given by 15 ohms. Now it shows full deflection. For this current, galvanometer shows full deflection, means maximum current passing through galvanometer is 5 into 10 power minus 3 value, it is equal to IC. And galvanometer resistance is 15 ohm. The value of resistance to be put in series with the galvanometer. Here, if you have a galvanometer having resistance G, we convert galvanometer to voltmeter by connecting a resistance R in series. High resistance connected in series to the galvanometer converts galvanometer to voltmeter. This is the way of conversion of moving coil galvanometer to voltmeter. By connecting high resistance in series to the galvanometer, a galvanometer converts to voltmeter. Here, now the given galvanometer is converted to voltmeter by connecting a series resistor. We have to find R value. To convert a voltmeter of range, it should measure a voltage to a maximum value of 10 volts. To measure maximum voltage 10 volts, how much resistor R is connected in series? We know that maximum current passing for full scale deflection is IZ, then V is equal to total voltage is sum of the voltage across galvanometer plus voltage drop across the resistor. Then total voltage measured by the voltmeter is V is equal to IZ into R plus Z, because G and R are in series. As G and R are in series, we write net voltage drop measured by the voltmeter is V is equal to Iz into R plus Z. Therefore, R value is equal to V by Iz minus Z. On cross multiplying and modifying the above equation, we find R is equal to V by Iz minus Z. So we know V value is equal to 10 by Iz value 5 into 10 power minus 3, 5 into 10 power minus 3 minus G value is 15. 10 by 5 means 2 into 10 power 3. This is 2000. 2000 minus 15. So 10 minus 5, 5. 9 minus 1, 8. 9 minus 0, 9. And this is 1985 ohms. 1985 ohms means this is equal to 1. We write this is 1.985 into 10 power 3 ohms. So first option is correct. Here this is the problem in which a galvanometer having resistance Z and maximum deflection Iz converts to voltmeter by connecting a series high resistance capital R. Then voltage measured by this voltmeter is sum of the voltage drop across galvanometer plus voltage drop across resistor, that is V is equal to Iz into R plus Z. In this equation we know all values except R and we calculated that series resistance. Students, comes to the next problem. A galvanometer has 50 divisions in scale. Battery has no internal resistance. It is found that there is a deflection of 40 divisions. There is a deflection becomes 40 divisions when a resistance of 2400 ohms are present. From this we write, for a resistance R1 is equal to 2400 ohm. There is a G galvanometer. For this galvanometer we connect 2400 ohm in series. Then deflection is 40. Let us assume I naught is the current measured for one deflection. Current measured for one deflection. One division. For one division, current is I naught. Now, when 2400 ohm is connected in series to the galvanometer, it shows 40 divisions. Then current measured is 40 I naught. 40 divisions. If you assume I naught is the current measured for each division of moving coil galvanometer, for 40 divisions current measured is 40 I naught. 40 I naught, I is equal to V by R. Let V be the potential difference of the battery without any internal resistance. By net resistance is R1 plus Z, that is 2400 plus Z. 2400 plus Z, let it be equation 1. Comes to the second data. Deflection becomes 20 division. Deflection becomes 20 division means current becomes 20 I naught. Deflection becomes 20 division, so that current becomes 20 I naught. When resistance taken from the resistance box is 4900 ohms, then R2 we use 4900 ohm resistor in the circuit. That is the meaning of the second line, second data. So when 4900 ohm is used in the resistance, then net resistance, net current is, it's showing 20 divisions. So current is 20 I naught is equal to same battery, but current is 4000 V by 4900 plus Z. Resistance is 4900 ohms plus Z. G is the galvanometer resistance. Take the ratio of the 1 and 2 equations. 1 by 2 implies first equation by second equation. On left hand side it becomes 2, 40 I naught by 20 I naught. At right hand side it becomes 4900 plus Z whole divided by. So we take the ratio of the two equations, 2400 plus Z. On cross multiplying we get 4800 plus 2Z is equal to 4900 plus Z. Here Bring G value to the LHS, it becomes 2G minus G, so it's G. 2G minus G is G. Bring this 4800 to the RHS, it becomes 100 ohms. So galvanometer resistance is 100 ohm. 100 ohm is the galvanometer resistance. So here among the given options, first option is correct. So here the series resistor is 2500 ohms. Then it shows a deflection of 40 divisions. We assume one division is I0, then 40 divisions current is 40 I0. Current in the circuit is potential difference of battery by sum of the resistances of resistor and galvanometer. And when the resistance is replaced by 4900 ohm, it shows just 20 deflections. 20 I0 is equal to V by the net resistance is 4900 plus Z. Then we have to find Z value, take the ratio so that we calculated Z value. And this is the way of calculation of G value. Here the first option is correct according to it. Students, I explained very important problems belongs to the conversion of moving coil galvanometer to ammeter and voltmeter. I hope you followed the problems very well. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for watching. Thank you one and all.